Well, in these videos, we're going to install the buttons. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the buttons and the joystick. Really, any of those things. We're going to cut out this section right here. All this is going to be in one piece, so the distance between the buttons is the same. I'd like to keep it that way, so that'll be cut off as one piece and put in there. This joystick will be cut, and we're going to cut around these screw posts here. That'll make it easier to mount the joystick in there, because then it screws in from the top of the joystick into there, and there. So we're going to cut those off with it. Go around like that. And then the start button, we're going to just cut right around there, and right between here and there is where the joysticks can start. So we're just going to cut right down the middle, and that's going to just leave enough room. And then the directional pad, we're just going to cut probably I don't think we're going to use these screw posts here. The thing doesn't screw into anything like the thing does. I think this is just another one of the screw posts to hold the controller together. So we're just going to cut right outside this guide here, and then can sand anything down. I might have to chop this screw post off actually. So actually, while we're in the video and here doing this, I'll probably just chop a bunch of these screw posts off, because we can always use these again. You can see the white kinda for maybe, yeah, there you can kind of see the lighter color for how far down the screw thread goes. So we can always glue them down and use them to mount other things down. So I'm actually going to go and chop those off right away, since we're there, rather than make a separate awkward video about it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to make a little line so I know kind of where I'm going to cut. It's a really faint line, so you probably won't be able to see it, but just to give me an idea of where I'm cutting anyway. Something like that anyway. Of course, this will be right around the edge there. It's not really writing well anyway. This one will just kind of be something like that anyway. That didn't draw very good, but I can see it just enough so I get kind of an idea. Alright, well, same as before, same cutoff disc. It's actually the only cutoff disc I have, so that's why I keep using it. So I guess without that, we'll get started, and hopefully I don't screw up on anything. I don't want to have to buy another controller just to get the buttons. So alternatively, you could just cut out it, just hack it out basically, and use them as traces to drill holes and cut holes that are big enough for the stuff to slide up into. That would work too. Same thing with your directional pad. One of the reasons I'm doing it this way is, again, just to give the case a little more dimension, because it's so flat, and this way, with the C buttons being different heights and stuff, I'm hoping that, since you can see that these are all flat here, these circles are all flat, maybe you can kind of see that. They're all the same height here, it's just here they're different heights. Well, the bottoms of the buttons will be flat here, because they had to be flat to where they pressed on the original controller board. So that's another reason why I'm doing it this way and mounting it here, because then I don't have to worry about the buttons being at awkward angles or sanding them down or anything like that. Plus, we also get the little notches so that they don't rotate, so that's an added bonus. So, alright, well, we'll get started on this here. Actually, I'm going to start by cutting off the screw posts. Alright, there we go. Those I just tried to cut down as far as I could, and we can always cut them again to make them same size. So that was the idea of that. Of course, I didn't cut these three because we want those. So, yep. Alright, well that's that. I'll actually put that over here. So, alright. Might actually kind of help, so that way they're out of the way too. Now I don't have to worry about them. So. Alright, now for the hard part. had to turn a fan on there. It wasn't cutting very easy on a lower speed, so I turned it up to the highest notch, and it's literally just melting the plastic from the friction between the wheel and the thing, so much as cutting it because of sanding power. It's just kind of melting it out of the way. If you can see close enough, it's just kind of bubbly. So anyway, I guess that works too. So wow. For the record, this stuff stinks when it's melting. Very stinky. Alright, got that pretty round. Wow, that's hot too. Not bad. Just have to finish going through the top here. I'll actually cut like this, or from this side actually. Alright, there we go. So, well, without that center prong, it looks like any other kind of standard controller, doesn't it? Yep. Well, there we are. So we'll sand all these edges down later, of course. So we'll just put that aside. Now let's just get that center button while we're at it. I'm not going to try to go around these smaller things too with too much curve. I can sand the curve into that. So. Whoops. this directional pad's not wanting to come out. It's kind of hard to see where it's still connected with all those things there, but well, that might be part of it. There we go. Got it out, not too much harm done. While I'm here though, let's get this off. What the heck? Ah, running out of power. Okay. Alright, well, I'll have to pause the video here. I gotta go swap out Dremel here, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully this one works. This one's been sitting off the charger for a while, so hopefully it'll work. Alright, that one's definitely got enough juice. Alright, now we'll leave the other parts of it intact just to make it easier to hold, but we'll just kind of chop around there now. think we're finally done. There we go. Ugh. Man, the sound of that Dremel gets so annoying. I hate Dremels, for the record. They're so noisy. Alright, well, that's that. Kind of cut through that side. That's kind of the way it was supposed to be anyway. Well, I'm gonna just kind of clean up the edges here just for the sake of sanding. That'll make it a little easier. And make it look like I did a better job dremeling. Ouch. That Dremel, this new Dremel is kind of weak. It won't stay up at the high speed. It drops down again. So I don't know what the problem is there, but I'll probably have to get rid of these posts on the start button. I'm not sure yet though. Take care of these things with the sanding drum part of it. Just gonna pinch the excess off these screw posts too. Might as well. Alright, well, while I swap drums here on the thing, I'll be right back. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to use our handy dandy sander drum thing, and we're just going to sand it down to get a little bit closer to where we want it to be cut. And you know, eventually I might cut these bigger flanges off, but we'll do that once the Dremel sits there on the charger for a while. This is actually the same one. I wonder if it'll work. Yeah, it seems like it'll work well, so but anyway, so we'll try to get this wrapped up and just get this sanded down anyway, and then that'll be about it, I think, for the day. And then I better put it back in the charger so it's fully ready for next job stuff. Out of juice. My camera seems like it's about out of juice too. Yikes. Well, yeah. You know what, I'm not going to sand that big one anyway, because I'm just going to have to sand it again later when I chop off these, those big outer edges, so. Alright, well, you know what? We're just going to leave that until next time, because I got more sanding to do next time anyway. So, with that, both of the Dremels are fairly dead, so I guess we'll just stop there, and just so, and also just in case my camera dies, so. Yep. So I guess that's that, and we'll start up again tomorrow. Alright, I seem to be having difficulties with batteries. I think the camera is just sucking too much for it to use them. But just want to get this quick video in that I might possibly not be videoing the next section because I'm out of batteries and I'm running out of time to use the tools. I only have access to them for a little bit before I have to buy my own, so I'd rather not do that. So I'll just give you a quick rundown of what I'm doing. Hopefully we're just going to be putting the rest of the video, the controller button ports in, and basically just all the case work, where I'm putting all my buttons, the cartridge slots, all that sort of thing. You know, so I'll probably get that done maybe at a later date. I can explain it on video a little bit, but as far as recording me actually doing it, this is probably going to be one of those probably, like, you know, one of the few that are not actually going to be videoed, because I don't have any more batteries and I'm not gonna go and buy a whole bunch more, I guess. So yeah, so that's basically what we're gonna do. Alright, hey there, this is just a short video. This is just showing the picture of kind of what I did, just to kind of make up for not having an actual video of the thing. So as you can see, I just drilled holes just like this in the top left corner. I did that with all of them. For the start button in the bottom right, it just took about one hole straight in the middle, and then just take the sanding drum with the Dremel and sand it until the button fits. Other than that, then you just take the cutting disc and kind of connect the dots almost with the holes. The holes are made with a 3/8 inch drill bit. Just kind of going around and then connect the dots, like I said, and then you just sand the excess plastic off and just test fit those plastic pieces we cut out earlier, and just keep sanding until they fit in there rather snugly. We don't want them to be too loose, we don't want them to be too tight, because later on we will go up and build it up around the edge just like we did with the screen, super glue them in there, and yeah. So when it's done, it should look like this, roughly. I think another thing I did in the video is I did sand around the edges of those pieces, cut a little excess plastic away so they sit in there flat. So even though they are curved upwards slightly, like the C buttons and the AB buttons, even though that is curved upwards slightly, the plastic part there is actually sitting flat, so all the buttons will be flat. It's just when we go to put the board, the tact switches with the board on underneath,
it'll just be a little slanted, but that'll be okay because nobody will see it, and this way our buttons are flat. One thing I've noticed we may have to do change a little bit is the joystick. I think the joystick is actually the casing, the housing for the joystick is actually meant so that the joystick is actually not sticking straight out of the center, but in the center, but upwards at an angle a little bit. So might end up building up a little bit more of the epoxy stuff around the top portion of that the joystick guide thing, just to so that the joystick will fit in there snugly. So I think that just about wraps up this little portion here. I hope I can get back to actually making the videos. I like that much better, showing what I'm doing, so you guys can see it, whoever you guys watching. So without further ado, I think that's just about it for now, and tomorrow morning we'll start back up. Gonna try to get the shoulder buttons in sometime, as well as the switches for the memory pack, and switching between rumble and switching between memory pages. I'm planning on putting that right underneath the start button. So we'll see. They're pretty small. I might do the one of them inside, the one that switches between the memory pages, because you don't do that very often, so I might just make that an internal thing. Still have to decide on that. Still have to figure out how to get the shoulder buttons in there. So other than that, it's just a few more holes. I will be cutting out holes for the controller ports. Players 2, 3, and 4. I'm planning on doing relocating those controller ports and sticking probably one on the two sides and then top perhaps, or maybe one on the sides and then one on the front, something like that. I'll see how the layout works. So anyway, that little makeup has gone on long enough. I guess just to get it in the video, I'll put it in there. This video, since it's kind of making up in the place of the videos I would have taken, it took me about an hour and a half, I think, to drill out all these holes, cut them, sand them, sand the pieces down to get them so that they fit in there. So that way, that's kind of my time log input there. So an extra hour and a half on top of the time that the other videos, and that's kind of a time estimate of how long it took me to do this part. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video then, and tomorrow morning, like I said, I hope to get the shoulder buttons in, so that's what I think that's what we'll do next, and the tact switch part for the memory and rumble pack. Alright, well, once again, recording of pictures to substitute for actually recording the work. So I guess right off the bat, I'll apologize if you are one of those people that like it completely step by step. I just wasn't able to do it. Just the way things worked out. Anyway, what I got done today is I noticed with the way the joystick has to be tilted, I had to go back and do this top little indent area for the joystick so that the casing for the joystick can actually be tilted upwards. That's the only update for that. Other than that, I got the Z button area cut out. I found it's very hard to do that, to cut out these holes that are exactly the size. Much easier to do it rough like this and then build up around it. So anyway, that's a bit big. We'll have to do some touch-up work later. This is just getting all the holes cut rough. Lastly, I got the shoulder buttons cut out, and again I just kind of traced around them, and then cut out the holes, which again ended up being big. So yeah, that's all there is to that. And I think it took me about an hour to do all this, I think. I cut the holes the same way, putting drill bits in them, whichever size fit best. And then actually for the Z button here, and for these, I actually used a jigsaw, I believe is what it was, to try to get a straight and to the point. It was kind of hard, but I did get it. But it's a little big, so it's probably a good thing that it's a little big, because that way the rough edges won't appear once I epoxy over it. So that's your update for today on, and I think that's that's all the controller buttons now. So the last section in this set of videos, I think, will be actually installing the buttons in and mounting them up. So see you next time. Oh, I take it back. I decided I'm not going to just, do the epoxying everything in at the end of each of these videos. I'm actually just gonna leave it at this, and then just kind of make one, have a whole separate video all by itself for epoxying in all the different components, all the holes, everything, epoxying all that in, all those, all that holes. Probably not gluing that in. That'll probably, well, that'll wait. But yeah, doing the little switches in the bottom there, epoxying around there, around the switch, around that switch, around that button, around those, everything. I'll do all of that in one go. So thought I'd let you know. So this is the end of this this video of videos on cutting out, modifying the case for the controller buttons, for the controller. Yeah. So thanks for watching this video, and the next ones will be on, well, actually kind of overlapped a little bit. I guess I showed you the picture of the ones with the low voltage indicator holes. That's actually the next video. That was I guess a little sneak peek, I guess. So that's actually the next one. So you'll see that more in the next video, I guess. So have fun with that. I know I kind of enjoyed doing that part. This other part was kind of but drilling those holes for the low voltage indicator was actually kind of fun, I guess, and it looks really nice, I think, having it there. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.